You're listening to the UKC Hunting Ops Podcast, celebrating hunting dog heritage, competition, and community. United Kennel Club has been the hunting dog sports home for coonhounds, beagles, retrievers, pointers, cur, feist, and more for over 125 years.
Welcome back to the UKC Hunting Ops Podcast. This is Trevor Wade. I'm the Coonhound Program Manager at UKC, and I'm joined today by the Director of Hunting Ops, Alan Gingrich. What's going on, Alan?
Not a whole lot. Another day. Going to have an interesting podcast today. I think I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're gearing up. Everybody's gearing up in the office for the Winter Classic, in our department anyways. And part of the Winter Classic is always the top 10 bench show. That's a kind of a big part of it these days.
Big deal. Friday night. It's a premiere show there at the Winter Classic, or it's a feature show, I should say.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. I haven't really, you probably have looked at more of these dogs on the list than what I have, and so this is, for some of these, it'll be a first look for me, so I'm kind of excited about it, for sure.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of familiar names you're going to see. Let's talk about the show a little bit itself, in particular, before we get to the dogs that are going to be competing. This is the fourth year now that we've saddled that $15,000 payout on it. Legacy, the plot hound owned by Christina Officer and Susan Ragsdale, won the first two, and last year Skyline's Push My Luck, a Redbone owned by Beth Jenkins, won it all. So this will be the fourth year, and it's kind of caught on. And I think it's our intentions were to kind of boost the bench show entries across the coonhound landscape, and I think it's kind of done that.
It has. There's a lot of other kind of middle of the road type shows, less, I don't know, this shows that come to mind, Angie Cable's Christmas show, some more shows like that, maybe bigger than the local club show, that have kind of taken off and good places to earn these points, where a dog can actually go and earn several points if they win, as opposed to maybe just a local show where they don't have as many dogs sometimes, or maybe sometimes they're the only dog and they just don't get as many points that way. But it's a great program, and you're right. I think we're seeing that. Yeah,
and there's a lot of talk of it. At least I know if you've probably been on social media the past couple of weeks as people have been receiving their certificates, and I always like seeing them post their pictures. And one the cool thing that I've been seeing is they're kind of giving a rundown of the years and what their dogs achieved this year, and that was kind of cool, I thought.
Yeah. I like the top 10 parade of the top 10 there, those dogs and everything. It's just cool.
Yeah.
Love it. I think it's a pretty awesome little venue for it, and a good scene there.
Yeah. Well, since you mentioned that, let's talk to our handlers real quick. With their certificate, they got a little information sheet that told them about times and when to enter and this sort of thing. But in case you didn't read it all the way through, we can talk about that a little bit here. 5:30 p.m. on Friday is when you'll need to be down ringside without your dog at this time, and we'll have somebody there who's going to talk you through where to be at and line you up in the order of where we're going to present you through during the parade.
I think they call it a handlers meeting.
Yeah, a little handlers meeting, and lights are, we'll get you lined up, because whenever we start doing the parade, the lights are going to be off, except for the big spotlight on the show ring. Make sure you're in the right order, and there's not a lot of fumbling around there, and just to kind of let you know what's going on.
We need their help to make us help them look good.
That's right. That's right. And another thing that'll be going on around that time is there's appetizers down on the floor. Yep. And it seems like we always have to toss a lot of that stuff. Come down there and get some food. Don't be afraid to eat a little bit. Have your people that are there with you, co-owners and handlers and family and friends, have them eat a little bit too, and then they can take their food up to the stands and watch the show.
Absolutely. It's a nice relaxing. You have great seats to watch this show from, so yeah, and some nice dogs to look at too.
That's right. And that show will be starting at 6 p.m. sharp.
Yep.
Sharp. So
you know how I am about starting on time.
Yeah, that's right. And we got a good group of judges. I think we've talked about them on this podcast a couple times at this point now, but we should mention them again for the top 10 show. We're going to have our Friday judge, Scarlett Overton. They're from Mississippi. Mm-hmm. We're going to have our Saturday judge for the Winter Classic, Amber Carroll. She lives in Oklahoma now. And then coming from Florida to be our third person in the top 10 show panel is going to be Steve Fielder.
Never heard of that guy, so that'd be good to have a new guy.
It'll be nice to meet him there for you then.
Yeah. Yeah. No, hey, for those that don't know, obviously just kidding. Steve Fielder, he's done what you and I have both done. Everybody knows Steve Fielder. So, yeah, it's good to it's going to be fun to have him on the panel, and looking forward to it. Be a good panel.
Yeah. So I guess without further ado, let's talk about some dogs. We'll try not to make this a 2-hour episode. We're just going to talk about the dogs, maybe how many points they're accrued, a little bit about them, what they're out of, breeders, and maybe highlight some of their major wins of the year.
Absolutely. They're the ones that put in the windshield time, went out to these shows, earned these points. They've got nice dogs, earned the points, and some of them went to more shows than others and worked hard at it. And kudos to everybody. We appreciate them supporting this top 10 program. And congratulations to everybody that made it in the top 10 of their breed. And that's quite an accomplishment. Top 10 of your breed. There's thousands of dogs showing of every breed, and to make the top 10, that's pretty awesome. So congratulations to everybody.
Absolutely. And we'll start out. We'll go in alphabetical order as always. We'll start out with their American Black and Tan Coonhounds. And we got 10 dogs. It was an even cut there. 4 males and 6 females made up the top 10. And it ranges anywhere from 145 points for the first place dog to 41 was the cutoff to get in the top 10 this year.
There you go. So, 41 points. Black and Tans.
First place is going to be in the Black and Tan breed is Grand Champion 2, Cobra Time 007. 145 points for this hound this year. And that's a 3-year-old male owned by Felicia Bailey of Prairie, Mississippi.
Yep, and he's off of a dog we've heard a lot about, Grand Champion Gilman's Good Time Charlie, and the mother is Gilman's Small Time Scandal, bred by Mr. David Gilman. And, yeah.
A good hound. Obviously, we've seen this dog win at major events all through. 14 category wins this year. And if you were paying attention to the top 10 last year, actually won the Black and Tan breed last year at Winter Classic.
Yep, comes back. He's the number 1 dog. But that doesn't mean he's got it won here. He's earned the most points.
Absolutely. Number 2 here is actually this past year's world champion. And that's world show champion, Grand Champion Gilman's Good Time Blues. 128 points for Blues is a 3-year-old male owned by Dave and Kelly Myers up in New Florence, Pennsylvania.
Yep, this one is off of Gilman's Good Time Charlie and the same mother. They are, I don't know, are they litter mates? I don't have a birth date here, but they are the same cross, 1 and 2 right
Yeah, they're both 3-year-old males.
There you go, Gilman's Small Time Scandal. So litter mates 1 and 2 there for bred by Mr. David Gilman again, obviously. But 9 category wins for this dog. Was a champion male winner 2 days at the Grand American last year, won the overall, and like you mentioned, is the world champion there. So
didn't get any top 10 points for it, but I think they'll settle for what they did get.
Hey, we're already looking at this is going to be a tough category to win right here, So
and we've kind of talked about how competitive the Black and Tan breed is right now. Anyways, obviously the past 2 world champions were Black and Tan, so no surprise at what we're seeing here. Third place is going to be Grand Champion 4, Small Times Forbidden Crown Royal. 86 points for this hound. It's a 7-year-old female owned by Terry Dolbear up in Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, she's been a long-time breeder of Black and Tans and has been coming to these shows as long as I can remember. But her dog is off this Grand Champion Small Time Now Wait in New York Minute, and the dam is Grand Champion 4 Small Time. Don't ask me how to... Vaqueros Bidden? Forbidden Choice? Yeah. Probably Forbidden Choice, and bred by Miss Terry Dolbear, and has 16 category wins this last year.
Yeah, being up there where she's at, not a bunch of major events within close driving distance for her, so she probably had to travel a little bit to accrue 86 points. That's a good total.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Terry. Nice job.
Fourth place is actually the queen of Black and Tan days this year, Grand Champion 2, C&M's Outlaw Della Rose. 84 points for Della Rose. She's a 3-year-old female owned by Chloe Gibson and Misty Yarrington, and Chloe is out of St. James, Missouri.
Yeah, this dog is, again, another Gilman dog. Abe and Annie's Outlaw is the sire to Rose here, and the dam is Chloe's Hot Sriracha, bred by Chloe Gibson, had 16 category wins as well.
Fifth place, we just mentioned the queen of Black and Tan days. Here's the king of Black and Tan days this past year. And this is, oh boy, here we go.
Here we go again. Dang it, Misty.
Racing IAPN UAGI Grand Champion 2 URO2 Confirmation Grand Champion Gilman's Good Time Tradition Spot, or as I like to call him, Hank.
Hank, there you go. You did a great job with that title there. Yeah. 66 points for Hank.
Yeah, he's 4 years old. He's owned by David Gilman and obviously Misty Yarrington of Fielden, Illinois.
Yep.
And look at this sire here again.
Good Time Charlie again. Gilman's Good Time Charlie. Night champion Bear Creek Miss Kitty is the dam, bred by David Gilman again. 5 category wins, including a Grand Champion male winner at the Grand American last year.
You were on the 3-person panel at Grand American. You actually got to put your hands on this dog before, haven't you?
Yep, sure have. Nice dog.
Sixth place here is a little bit younger dog here. Grand Champion 3, Wilders, Oklahoma Southern Belle. 64 points for Belle this year. She's a 2-year-old female owned by Jamie and R.D. Wilder of Hulbert, Oklahoma.
Yep, and his or her, let me see, that's a female there. Her daddy is the dog we just talked about, Gilman's Good Time Tradition Spot, that placed just right here above her. And the dam is Confirmation Champion Gilman's OK Breeze and Coconut Tree, bred by Misty Arrington here. 23 category wins this last year. You know, we mentioned these category wins, and, you know, it's not just based, the points aren't based on a category win, it's the points are based on the number of dogs defeated.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so yeah.
Yeah. So you could see a great discrepancy.
And that's right. You know, here's a dog had 23 category wins. He probably went to a lot more local shows than the other one did, you know, to get these points. But you can still earn these points regardless of what type of show it is.
Yeah.
Be it, you know, your local shows or, you know, a bigger show.
And I think we can tie it all together here on this next dog. Kind of interesting comparison here. The 7th place is champion Crocs Lisa's Cinderema. 57 points for her, a 4-year-old female owned by Paul Crocker of Lebanon, Maine.
Wow, Maine, all the way up in Maine here,
Yeah.
and made the list. Good for them right here. Bred by Mr. Kenneth Gilvery. This dog is sired by Grand Night champion Kentucky River Batman, kind of a hunting dog here, but the dam is McGilvery's Black Pearl. 5 category wins here for this dog.
Yeah.
So somewhere, just with 5 category wins, somewhere this dog won a show that probably earned a bunch of points.
Yeah, so you go from 23 with the last dog who had 64 points, and then the next dog has 5 and had 57. So
there you go.
All on how many dogs you defeat.
Yep.
8th place is going to be Grand Champion 3, Scarberry's Raging Miss Merlan, HTX. 52 points. 6-year-old female owned by Colby and Robert Scarberry over in Glenwood, West Virginia.
Probably going to be one of the older dogs in this class, I'd say. Looks like so far anyways. Dog is off of Tree Shocker. That's BP's Tree Shocker. And the dam is Gillen's Buck Creek Roxy Ann. Bred by Gary Gillen. Had 21 category wins last year.
Yeah. And then the next one here is a familiar name if you've been keeping up with major events at all. This is champion Laurel Valley Treetop Teeter. 49 points for Teeter, who's a 2-year-old female owned by Kelly and Dave Myers again of New Florence, Pennsylvania.
Yep, this is going to make the second dog they have in contention this year, and dog is off of night champion Max Coonbustin Lucky, and Platte River Monk is the dam, bred by Mr. Bill Mack from Nebraska, I think he is. 2 category wins, was the best female show at Autumn Oaks. So here's she obviously got a lot of points at Autumn Oaks there, but only 2 category wins, and that Autumn Oaks win was huge for her. Placed 9th and basically puts her in.
Yeah, if you do well at Grand American Winter Classic or Autumn Oaks, you got a pretty good inside scoop on getting on this list. And rounding out our top 10 for the Black and Tans.
I got to keep drinking coffee today.
It's Thursday. It's a cold Thursday.
It is a cold Thursday. My second big cup today, but
no restroom breaks during the podcast.
Okay.
And rounding out the top 10 here for the Black and Tans is Grand Champion 2, Scarberry's Raging Touch of Carbon. Carbon had 41 points this year as a 2-year-old male, owned again by Colby and Robert Scarberry, Glenwood, West Virginia.
A decorated sire here for Carbon, confirmation champion, Grand Field champion, Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Grand Water champion, Scarberry's Mark of Carbon is the sire. The dam is Water champion Scarberry's Raging Miss Maddie, bred by Colby Scarberry. 16 category wins last year.
That's a tough class of Black and Tans.
Sure is.
Sure is. That'll be a good show to watch.
Be a nice class to watch for sure.
Yeah.
So, hey, congratulations to every one of them. They're nice class, and good job, everybody.
Absolutely. Moving on to the American Leopard Hounds now, where we had 11 dogs qualified, just had an uneven break at the...
and they just tie for 10th. We just take them all. There's no tiebreakers, really. You just move them on. That's the case here. Got 11 dogs in this category.
6 males and 5 females make up the 11 dogs, and it range anywhere from first place with 94 points to 32 points to get into the top 10.
Yeah, not that far off from the Black and Tans, really, on the cutoff. 32 points versus 41, I think we said, for Black and Tans.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. First place dog is one who's, again, had pretty good luck at this event. Grand Field champion, Grand Water champion, Confirmation champion, Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Soap Creek Mr. Moose, and has the spot distinction as well. He was able to accrue 94 points this year. He's a 3-year-old male owned by Chuck and Lucas Slattery of Spring City, Tennessee.
Yep, the sire is Meeks Georgia Cracker, and Meeks Georgia Little Ginger is the dam bred by Mr. Lamar Meeks of Georgia. Had 18 category wins last year and was the top 10 breed winner in 23 of this very show. I know Chuck graced the cover of the Coonhound Bloodlines here a couple months ago. I'm not sure if it was this dog or not, but Different dog maybe, but
Not sure.
same owner. Same owners. Congratulations, Chuck. Yep, number 1 in the breed.
Chuck also TikTok famous after posting a video this week of him upside down in his car as he flipped it over during the big snowstorm down in Tennessee.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Before I hope you called the police at least before you started doing your TikTok, Chuck, if you're listening to this. But we all got to...
good thing he's all right.
He was fine. He was having fun with it, so I guess that's what you got to do.
Good guy, man. He's great with his dogs and competes a lot with them and has a lot of success. Congratulations, Chuck. Number 1 in the breed.
Absolutely. Second place in the Leopards is field champion, NN, confirmation champion, grand champion 2, Dark Knight Rising at Trek. This dog accrued 74 points this year as a 3-year-old male. It's owned by Candace Gartland of Louisa, Virginia.
Yeah, is off of confirmation champion Wabash River, 2-timing Romeo, and field champion, confirmation champion, national dual champion. That means in the hunt at Autumn Oaks for dual champions. Then a night champion, grand champion, 50 Shades of Gray. That was our number, or the second year we had that. I think this Shady won that hunt. Bred by Andy Emery, had 9 category wins, including a grand champion win at the Grand American last year.
Mm-hmm. Third place in the leopard breed is going to be grand champion M&M Southern Swirl's Little Girl. Accrued 69 points this year. This is a 5-year-old female owned by Mike Seats and Branson Miles. Mike is out of Stoneford, Illinois.
Yep, a champion male is her sire. TBK's Treetop and Solo. The dam is night champion, grand champion C&M Southern Swirl, bred by Megan Beery. Had 11 category wins last year. Back in the day, her mother, their Southern Swirl, was a big-time winner for Mike Seats in the Prina series and such, and looks like Swirl's Little Girl is carrying that on.
Absolutely.
Having a lot of success with her. Number 3.
Fourth place is going to be champion Stack 'em Up Luck is Believing. 67 points this year. This is a 2-year-old male owned by Abby Weber and Tricia Snediger of Gloucester, Ohio. That's where Abby's out of.
Yep, this dog is sired by champion, confirmation champion, Change the Luck Huck, and Grand Water champion 2, grand champion 3, Wild Ride South Creek Queen is the dam. Bred by Tricia Snediger of Michigan, had 7 category wins. And, here we have Abby Weber, just a youth handler still, I think.
Correct.
Finishing number 4. So congratulations to Abby. Good job.
Absolutely. Fifth place is going to be confirmation champion, grand champion 2, Smoking Aces Midnight Waterfall. This hound had 56 points this year. It's a 3-year-old female owned by Savannah McCollum and Buddy Ray out of Pleasant Hill, Missouri.
Good people right here. Out of Champion D's Screaming Ace and confirmation grand champion Rowdy Ridge's Midnight MIA, bred by Buddy Ray. 15 category wins. When I say good people, hey, there's a lot. All these are good people, but man, I just like Buddy Ray and his wife and Savannah here. They're just good people.
Yep, absolutely.
Everyday people and having success. Love to see it.
Yep. Moving on to 6th place here is going to be grand champion BDH Sipping on Fire After Hours. 51 points this year. It's a 2-year-old female owned by Bridget and Colton Foster and Amara and Terrence Tarasinski of Rock Springs, Wisconsin.
Yeah, off a decorated sire. Grand Field champion, Grand Water champion, confirmation champion, Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Soap Creek, Mr. Moose Spot. And I think we just mentioned him there a little bit. Number 1 dog. And the dam is champion Thunderstruck Starlight Lily, bred by Chuck Slatter. 11 category wins last year for a 6th place finish in the standings.
Really competitive group here. A lot of close point totals here.
Yep.
Next one here is grand champion Wicked One Geronimo, a.k.a. Mr. Mo. 48 points. This is a 5-year-old male owned by Kurt and Stacy Kearns up in Coatesville, Pennsylvania.
Sired by grand champion Wicked One Little Camo Petey and confirmation champion grand champion Sycamore Tree Twix is the dam, bred by Ashley Swords. 9 category wins last year.
Coming in 8th place is going to be grand champion 2, Backroads Wild Rose. 44 points for Rose this year. This is a 3-year-old female owned by Bandy Berlin up here in Millington, Michigan.
Yep. Out of one of the big hunting dogs, leopard dogs, Grand Night champion, grand champion Keen's Big Moose HTX, and the dam is Grand Water champion, grand champion 3. Again, Wild Ride South Creek Queen has 2 pups in this deal. Bred by Bandy and Melissa Berlin of Michigan here. 8 category wins to finish in the number 8 spot.
If you wonder how good of a hunt reproducer Big Moose was, you could go back and listen to our reproducers series.
There you go.
Little plug.
Go. Yep.
9th place in the leopard breed is going to be grand champion Soap Creek's Golden Boy. 41 points. This is a 2-year-old male owned by Clementine and Chuck Slattery of Spring City, Tennessee.
Yep. dual grand champion Bert's North Carolina Gold Rush is the sire. The dam is Soak Creek Daisy May, bred this time by Clementine Slattery. 8 category wins to finish in the 9th spot.
Cool thing about the Slatteries is, Chuck's name is on a lot of these, but he doesn't handle them all. A lot of times his daughter Clementine and his son Lucas both also handle dogs. So great family in the breed. Next one here, elder statesman of the event so far up to this point. It's a Grand Champion Hall of Fame. Preaching to the choir, 32 points this year. A 10-year-old male owned by Abby McCorkle and Jessica Warner. Abby's in Elwood, Indiana, and Jessica is over in West Virginia.
Yeah, it's off of some of Rex Lakers stuff over in Illinois. Lakers Scar is the sire, and the dam is Lakers Striking Annie. Had 7 category wins here for choir to place, just break the top 10, tied for 10th.
I would say if we looked at this dog's wins this year, a lot of them will be youth events that Miss Paisley Warner would have won with.
Yeah, I guess I still kind of look as Abby McCorkle as being kind of new, but you know what? Really, she's not. She is kind of could classify her in the veterans anymore, but she has always stuck with these leopards, has had a lot of success. So, and choir is one of those. So congratulations, Abby. Good job.
Absolutely. And also tied for 10th here was water champion, confirmation champion, Brooke Branch Fortune Teller, 32 points as well. This is a 2-year-old female owned by Brooke Mooney of Martin, Georgia.
Yep, off of confirmation champion Change of Luck Huck. We mentioned him earlier. He's got another one in here. This is at number 2. And here again, Queen, Wild Ride South Creek Queen. This makes number 3 for her on the list. And man, that's pretty special. I have 3 dogs in the top 10 here, bred by Miss Tricia Snediger of Michigan. 9 category wins here to break that top 10.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch these leopards go at it.
Be a good class again. Great class. Love it.
Alan, I know we both have new Dogtra Pathfinder 2s. How are you liking yours so far?
I'm liking it. I've even had the opportunity now to use mine where I didn't have service, where I download the map of that area, and it works flawlessly. Love it.
I agree. I really like my Dogtra Pathfinder 2 as well. I've used it quite a bit the past few months. I really like the crystal clear maps. I like that it doesn't lose service very much, and I don't have many bad things to say about it at all. Dogtra Pathfinder 2, the official GPS collar partner of UKC. Let's move on to the next breed here, our blue tick Coonhounds, where we have 10 dogs vying for the top 10 crown. 5 males, 5 females, perfect break there. And they range everywhere from first place being 118 points, took 46 points to get in the top 10.
Right there, very consistent there so far with the breaking point to get in, I guess. 46 points here, yeah.
Yeah. First place is confirmation champion, Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Rockin' W's Blue Cover Girl, 118 points this year. This is a 5-year-old female owned by Angela and Jackson Cable out of Connorsville, Indiana.
Sired by confirmation Grand Champion, Hall of Fame Grand Champion, Rockin' W's Rock On is the sire, and World Show Champion, confirmation champion, Grand Champion, Rockin' W's Blue Glamour Girl is the dam, bred by Whitney Killo. 22 category wins last year. Make that number 1 spot, 22 category wins.
Running the road. Speaking of the cables, here's number 2 right here. Confirmation Grand Champion. Again, Grand Champion Hall of Fame. Rockin' W's Rock On. So we sired the number 1 dog. He's the number 2 dog. He had 112 points this year. And this is a 7-year-old male owned by, again, Angela and Jackson Cable out of Connorsville, Indiana.
Yeah, and this dog is sired by Night Champion, Grand Champion 2, confirmation Grand Champion, Rockin' W's. That was a cold one. And the mother is Night Champion Ridge Runner's Sneaker, bred by Whitney again. 29 category wins. That's a bunch of wins last year. Placed second, though.
Finished 2 out the Hall of Fame this year. Great year for that team.
Yep.
Third place in the blue tick breed is going to be Grand Champion Hat Creek Papa Top Stylish Chrome. Chrome had 92 points this year. Just a 1-year-old male who had a lot of success at our breed events this year and a lot of major events. This dog's owned by Amy and Richie McDonald of Wooster, Ohio.
Yeah, this dog is sired by Grand Night Champion Racket Ridge Crash, and the mother is Champion Razor Ridge Be Just Like Poppy, bred by Amy McDonald. 14 category wins and went from nothing to Grand Champion last year. So number 3 in the blue tick breed.
Yep.
Congratulations to Amy.
Great year. Moving on to 4th place here. A dog who's had a lot of luck at the top 10 finals. and that's Grand Champion 4, Rockin' W's Surround Sound. Dog accrued 82 points this year. This is a 5-year-old male owned by Whitney and Debbie Killo of Cabot, Arkansas.
Yeah, again, off of the Confirmation Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Rockin' W's Rock On, and Blue Glamour Girl. So here's another one. I'd have to go back and look, see if they're litter mates or not. Same cross. Bred by Whitney Killo. It was a top 10 breed winner in 23 and 22, the last 2 years, and had 17 category wins to finish in the 4th spot this year and be back in the mix.
5th place is going to be Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion, Night Champion, Prairie Creek Blue Detox. 71 points for this dog. It's a 4-year-old female owned by Mr. Jason Schulte of Walford, Iowa.
Yep, Jason owns the sire Prairie Creek Blue Botox, and that's a Grand Night. And then the mother's also a Grand Night, bred by Joel Apple of Wisconsin. That's going to be Apple's Blue Oak Honeybee. 10 category wins here.
Yeah. I believe Miss Brooke Bally, the junior national champion last year at Youth Nationals, has a lot to do with the points on detox here.
There you
she
go.
did very well with that dog.
Yeah,
this year.
there you go.
6th place is going to be Night Champion, Grand Champion 4, Confirmation Champion, Triple E, Tail of a Wrangler. Dog's got 64 points this past year. It's a 6-year-old male owned by Jewel and Pari Edmond of Newark, Ohio.
Yeah, Triple E Blue Uno is the sire, and the dam is Water Champion, Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion. Triple E's Popping Up Autumn, bred by Jewel Edmond of Ohio. 17 category wins for Wrangler last year.
Great year. They must be going for that Hall of Fame title.
There you go.
Speaking of Hall of Fames, here's another one here from 7th place. Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Kraut Creek Blue Zulu. 54 points this year. This is a 7-year-old male owned by Mr. Robert Welch of Greenville, Ohio.
Sired by Grand Night Champion, Grand Field Champion, Grand Champion Kraut Creek Blue Zorro, and the dam is Grand Champion Kraut Creek Blueberry Jam, bred by Mr. Robert Welch of Ohio. 26 category wins. And I have a story about Robert Welch. We'll leave that for another episode. I don't know. I've already told that story.
You have to go back a few episodes to find that one. Robert Welch, 26 category wins this year. He goes to a lot of shows around that area.
Yeah.
He's a major asset to that area.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple dogs here tied for 8th. First one is Grand Champion 4, Missy's Rocky Hills Bess, 52 points. This is a 4-year-old female owned by Melissa Ann Rossiter of Orrville, Ohio.
Sire is Grand Champion, Night Champion, Medicine Man's Eagle Mountain, and the dam is Grand Champion, Rockin' W's Drink On It, bred by Josh Paul Tully, and 18 category wins last year.
Not bad.
Yep.
They're tied for 8th with this dog here. This is Grand Field Champion, Grand Water Champion, Grand Champion 3, Hogan's Trouble, 52 points this year. 2-year-old female owned by Mr. Lee Hogan up in Rudolph, Wisconsin.
Yep. Grand Night Champion, Grand Field Champion, Grand Water Champion, Hall of Fame dog. Grand Champion Hogan's Cujo HTX is the sire. And the dam is almost as decorated. Night Champion, Confirmation Champion, Water Champion, Grand Field Champion, Grand Champion 4, Hogan's Naughty. Lee Hogan is the breeder here. 17 category wins to tie for the 8th spot.
My fingers are just getting healed from last year's spring season of typing all his dogs' names out. Yeah. Here we are again. About that time already.
He gets the good out of his dogs, does he not?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Congratulations to Lee. Good job.
Rounding out the top 10 here for the Blue Ticks, Grand Champion 3, Rockin' W's Blue Clear Sky. 46 points for Sky. It's a 7-year-old female owned by Colt Bingham and Whitney Killo of Haverhill, Iowa.
Night Champion, Grand Champion, Confirmation Grand Champion, Rockin' W's. That was a cold one, is the sire. The dam is Champion, Night Champion, Ridge Runner Sneaker, bred by Whitney Killo. 10 category wins to sneak in that 10th spot this year.
Yeah. Whitney with a bunch of them on there. Great for her breeding program.
Yep.
Moving on to the English Hounds here. Again, 10 dogs in the top 10. Perfect break. 5 males, 5 females. First place in the breed is going to have 136 points, and it took 32 points to make it in. So, first place in the English breed is Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion 2, Bear Branch Blue Bailey. 136 points this year. This is a 7-year-old female owned by Megan O'Connor of Anamosa, Iowa.
Yeah, veteran dog right here off of Grand Champion Wills Mountain Bullberry. I remember that dog. Nice sire there. Grand Champion Kentucky Mountain Cinderella Shadow, bred by Stacy Ragsdale. 20 category wins last year to end up in the number 1 spot for English dogs. Congratulations to Megan O'Connor.
Yeah. Second place here is a dog that we talk about on this show a few times already. Grand Champion 3, Sideshow Bobby Sue. 96 points this year. It's a 4-year-old female owned by Jacob Brooks over in Pounded Mill, Virginia.
Yep, off of Night Champion, Grand Champion 2, Bear Branch Dawson is the sire. Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Bear Branch Bobby Lou, bred by Mr. Mike Seats. 14 category wins for Bobby Sue. Second spot.
If you listen to our Grand American podcast, she's coming off of Pups, and he's planning on having her ready for the top 10 show, so look out.
Yep.
Third place is Champion Confirmation Grand Champion Southeastern's Kentucky Mountain Heart's Desire. 54 points this year. This is a 3-year-old female owned by Rhonda Brown and Penny Turner. Rhonda's over in Walnut Cove, North Carolina.
Confirmation Champion Grand Champion Moonlight's Most Wanted in blue is the sire, and the dam is Confirmation Champion Grand Champion Southeastern Kentucky Mountain Charm, bred by Rhonda Brown of North Carolina. 6 category wins. Take up that number 3 spot. So she defeated some dogs this year to get that number 3 spot. That's just the 6 category wins.
The next one here, 4th place, Mr. Consistent. Seems like he's always atop these rankings somewhere. That's Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion 4, North Star Rocket Man. 50 points this year. This is a 5-year-old male owned by Cindy Osenbaugh of Genoa, Ohio.
Yeah, is the sire of this dog here is one that we saw in the top 10. I think the first top 10 show we had there, Nagy's Carolina Creed. That's a Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion 2. The dam is Grand Champion North Stars All Gussied Up, bred by Cindy Osenbaugh. 10 category wins last year.
Seems like this dog was hot on the circuit this past year, good enough to make 5th place on this top 10 list. That's Grand Champion 2, New Heart Running Man Zeke, 48 points. This is a 7-year-old male owned by Stacy Ragsdale of Parkersburg, Iowa.
Yeah, again, here, Will's Mountain Bullberry. This is number 2 for Bullberry as far as offspring goes in here. And the dam is Kentucky Mountain Cinderella Shadow. Same cross right here, bred by Stacy Ragsdale. 6 category wins last year for Zeke.
Yeah. Next here, 6th place, is just a PR dog still. No title on this dog. Kentucky Mountain Southeastern's Miles to Go. 47 points. This is a 1-year-old male owned by Penny Turner and Rhonda Brown, and Penny's out of Jackson, Kentucky.
Yeah, off of a champion dog, Kentucky Mountain Southeastern Bears on Me. Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion, Kentucky Mountain Triple Edge Tess is the dam. And that's a dog we saw a lot at the shows, did a lot of winning, bred by Miss Penny Turner. 2 category wins last year. Best male of show at Autumn Oaks, and that's why you see just all those points there on a registered dog. 6th place in the show.
7th place is going to be Grand Champion Kentucky Mountain Miss Miley Girl. Dog had 44 points this year. It's a 7-year-old female owned by Hunter Booth of Forestville, New York.
Yep, off a World Show Champion, Night Champion, or Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Kentucky Mountain Diamond Cutter is the sire. Grand Champion White Rock Mountain Red Dixie, bred by Rhonda Brown. Again, 8 category wins for Miss Miley Girl, 7th place.
You act like you've read that Diamond Cutter name before.
A lot. And rightfully so. Nice dog. I remember the day he won the World Show.
Yeah.
Yep.
The good ones will stick with you.
Yep. I remember Corey Groover was there. And I will say this, I don't know why I remember this, but it was Corey's first show, I think. And I just remember that his mother came there to see Corey and everything. It was just a great day. I don't know why I remember that, but I always do. For some reason, I tie those two together.
Yeah.
I know I'm kind of weird like that, but hey.
Yeah.
I have my little things.
Yeah, everybody's got their own thing.
Yeah. Diamond Cutter and Corey Groover.
All right. Eighth place here in the English breed is Grand Champion 3, Dark Hollow, A Poor Man's Roses. 42 points this year. This is a 3-year-old female owned by Haley Skase and Autumn Beelan, and Haley is out of Livingston, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think going back to that, not to take anything away from Roses here, but I think it's just I got to meet his parents on that weekend, and that was kind of a big deal for me. I'd never met him before, I was kind of anxious to meet him, but that was at the World Show, and that was the day that Cutter won it. But yeah, so go back to 8th place, Dark Hollow, Poor Man's Roses. She is off of Will's Mountain Dusty Roads this time, and the mother is 2-time National Grand Champion Autumn Oaks, or Grand Champion 3, Will's Mountain Blackberry Jam. As quite the mother there on that side, and as well as the sire, but bred by Mr. Bruce Beeland, and had 12 category wins last year.
9th place is going to be Champion Southbound Slash and Burn, 33 points. This is a 3-year-old male owned by Hunter Booth again, out of New York.
Sire here is going to be Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion, Moonlight's Most Wanted in blue, and the dam is Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion, Southeastern Kentucky Mountain Charm. I think we've heard that name here before. bred by Rhonda Brown. Again, 4 category wins last year.
Seeing a lot of the same breeders pop up over and over again. May want to take notes on that if you're out there.
Yep.
And rounding out the English top 10 is going to be champion Big Swamp Rocky. 32 points here. This is a 2-year-old male owned by Leah Penny, another youth handler over in Beulahville, North Carolina.
There you go. Congratulations to her. Out of Grand Champion 2 PR B&W's Moonlight Frosty, and the mother is Brushy Mountain Raining Diamonds, bred by Kristen Gordon. 10 category wins last year. 10th place is in the big show.
And the big show. Hope to see her over in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our plot hounds. We got 10 plot hounds to talk about, 6 males and 4 females. First place in our plot breed is going to have 147 points, and the cutoff to get into the top 10 was 39. So it's kind of staying in that same area.
Sure is, yeah.
Between 30 and 40s.
Yep.
First place is going to be Grand Champion Midnight Brindle Gina. This dog accrued 147 points this year. It's a 3-year-old female owned by Miss Connie Hogan up in Windber, Pennsylvania.
Yep, think we saw this dog at the World Show. They're right down all the way down to the end. This dog is off a Grand Field Champion, Grand Water Champion, Night Champion, Grand Champion, Midnight IM, Gino, HTX, and the mother is Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion, Midnight Brindled Burnin' Flame, bred by Miss Connie Hogan, Pennsylvania. 8 category wins last year. Was the champion female winner at the champion female winner at the Winter Classic, if I say it right. And as I mentioned, opposite sex at the World Show last year for Gina. So yeah, great year for her.
Well deserved.
Yep, number 1 spot. So congratulations to the Hogans.
Second place here is going to be Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion Hall of Fame, the Midnight Gambler, 122 points. This is a 5-year-old male owned by Hannah Cable of Cleves, Ohio.
Another youth handler here. Yep. And a good handler, too.
Absolutely.
Out of World Show Champion, Grand Champion, Midnight Brindled Donner, and the mother is Field Champion, Night Champion, Grand Water Champion, Grand Champion to Late Night Southern Scarlet. Also a nice dog in her own right. Very nice dog. Bred by Sasha and Corey Hall. 17 category wins for Hannah Cable last year to take up the number 2 spot. Good job, Hannah.
I'd be surprised if that's the only dog we see out of that cross on this list.
Yep.
Moving on to third place here is Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion Midnight Brindled Burnin' Flame. This dog had 78 points. It's a 6-year-old female owned by Katie and Jason Woodward over in Madison, Virginia.
Yep, is off of the World Champion again, Midnight Brindle Donner, but this time the mother is going to be CA Grand Water Champion, Grand Champion, Confirmation Grand Champion, My Dog Honeybee, bred by Mr. Wayne Steele from Virginia. 10 category wins last year for Burnin' Flame, number 3 spot.
Moving on to fourth here, we got Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion, Rag Mountain Midnight, the Dark Knight. 67 points, 2-year-old male, again owned by Katie and Jason Woodward of Virginia. Great year for those two.
Here, another world champion offspring. Brindle Donner is the sire again here. The dam, this time Confirmation Grand Champion. Grand Champion 3 Woodward's Rag Mountain Nikita, bred by Katie Woodward from Virginia. 9 category wins last year. Number 4 spot for Katie Woodward. Nice job. 3
of the first 4 out of Donner.
Yep.
We got a couple here tied for 5th. First is going to be Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Confirmation Champion, Suncrest Significant Promise. 46 points this year. It's an 8-year-old female owned by the late Becky Church and her husband Don of North Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
Yeah, this is kind of a like to see this off a Grand Champion Suncrest Standing on the Promise, and the dam is Confirmation Champion M&M's Sideshow Keep the Faith, bred by Mr. Wayne Steele. 13 category wins for Becky Church's dog right here, and it's good to see this dog made the cut.
She'll be represented there.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Also tied for 5th is going to be Grand Champion 3, Price's Cove Creek Morning Buzz. Again, 46 points. This is a 1-year-old male owned by Jerry Wayne Price of Granite Fall, North Carolina.
Champion County Line Shine is the sire. The dam is Red Wine Okie, bred by Gail Parks. 22 category wins and went from nothing to Grand Champion 2 in 2023. And did it kind of the hard way. Took the long road, but ended up in tied for 5th. So congratulations to the owner here, Mr. Wayne or Jerry Wayne Price. Congratulations. 1-year-old male, just a young dog too.
Here in 7th place, we have a past Autumn Oaks champion. This is National Grand Champion 2, Midnight Brindled Bonfire, 44 points. It's a 5-year-old male owned by Scott and Connie Hogan out of Windber, Pennsylvania.
Again, off of the World Show Champion, Midnight Brindled Donner, and this time the dam is going to be the Late Night Southern Scarlet. This is the second dog she has in here. bred by Sasha and Corey Hall of Michigan, was the top 10 breed winner in last year in 2023. Had 5 category wins last year to make the cut again and the big show this year.
The next one here in 8th place is going to be field champion Weber's Sunshine Gym. 42 points this year. This is a 2-year-old male owned by Archie Weber of South Beloit, Illinois.
Yep, off of Grand Field Champion, Water Champion, Real Tree and Camo's Coon Skinner is the sire. The dam is Champion, Field Champion, Water Champion, Weber's Voodoo Polly, bred by Trevor Weber, and had 5 category wins last year.
9th place is going to be a kind of a familiar name that's coming on the scene pretty hot here. Champion County Line Truman, 40 points this year. It's a 2-year-old male owned by Christina Officer and Chelsea Bailey. Christina out of Ravenna, Kentucky.
County Line Franklin, that's a champion dog, is the sire, and the dam is Grand Champion County Line Live Oaks Harper Valley, bred by Christina Officer. 7 category wins last year.
And rounding out the top 10 is this past year's National Dual Champion, Night Champion, Water Champion, Grand Field Champion, Grand Champion, Midnight Brindled Bendy. 39 points this year. It's a 5-year-old female owned by Scott and Connie Hogan, again, out of Pennsylvania.
Yep, and again, off the world champion, Brindle Donner again, and the late night Southern Scarlet dog bred by Sasha and Corey Hall. Man, that's got to be just a testimony of their breeding program that they have been. It was just good crosses, obviously. 5 category wins there last year. And, hey, here again, every breed is like this. But look, how strong is this plot breed going to be? That's going to be a fun show. It's going to be fun to watch. The judges are going to have their hands full, and it'll be interesting. Kind of like that idea that we actually have a panel of judges, get 3 opinions, and let the chips fall where they may. It'll be interesting. It'll be another good class here of plots.
Yep, absolutely. And another tough one. I think all of them are going to be tough, but the red bone breed is no different. This one had, again, an uneven cut at 10th place, so we had a couple tied. So we got 11 dogs that are eligible to show in the top 10, and there's 6 males and 5 females, and they range all the way up. This is our highest point total yet. 234 points is the high. Took 42 points to get into the top 10, which is pretty consistent throughout, it seems. And, man, really competitive. The top 2 here are kind of obviously won some major events this year. Let's look at first place, Grand Champion 4, Diamond Grand Confirmation Champion at Skyline's Push My Luck. 234 points this year. This is a 4-year-old male owned by Beth Jenkins out of Culpeper, Virginia.
Yep, this dog is off a Grand Champion 2 Code Red Timber Cutter, and the mother is Grand Champion Hoo Hollow Aerial Assault, bred by Jamie Krieger of Virginia. Was the top 10 overall winner last year in 2023. 15 category wins last year. Was a Grand Champion male winner at the Winter Classic. Number 1 spot for Push My Luck. Congratulations to Beth Jenkins. She's had a lot of success with this dog.
Not only first overall in the Redbone breed, but second overall when all breeds combined. So we'll get to the first place overall a little bit later on. Second place in the Redbone breed, not very far behind, is our Autumn Oaks winner this past year, National Grand Champion, Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion, Wabash River Lost Highway, 217 points. This is a 3-year-old male owned by Andy and Keith Emery, Curtis and Nikki Elburn, and the Emerys are over in Lake Lure, North Carolina.
Just by a mere 17 points here. So a dog is off of Wabash River Marlboro Red. That's a Grand Champion 2 dog. And then the dam is Grand Champion Wabash River Whole Lotta Rosie, bred by Andy Emery. 7 category winners, and was, like you mentioned, the National Grand Champion winner at Autumn Oaks last year.
Got a good leg up for the 2024 top 10 as winning Grand Champion male at Grand Champion at Grand American both days.
Yep.
Third place in the Redbone breed is going to be Grand Champion Tree Rising Beautiful Liar, 66 points this year. It's a 7-year-old female owned by Katina Childers of West Alexandria, Ohio.
Out of Night Champion, Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion, Tree Rising Dark Hunter, and the dam is Night Champion, Grand Champion, Confirmation Champion, Anlun's Do I Dazzle You. Katina Childers of Ohio is the breeder. 8 category wins.
Fourth place here is Grand Champion, Confirmation Champion, Grand River's Ride Boldly Ride. 64 points, 7-year-old male owned by Marissa Turner and Abby Weber. Marissa over in Locust Grove, Oklahoma.
Out of Grand Field Champion, Grand Champion 2, Confirmation Grand Champion, Grand River's OK Red Chief. And the mother is Confirmation Champion, Grand River's OK Miss Millie. handled by Miss Marissa Turner, 3 category wins last year. Marissa's shown dogs for a lot of years. This is all of her breeding. Congratulations, 4th place in the standings.
Moving on to 5th place here, we have field champion, grand champion Hall of Fame, Rimfire's call sign, Chaos Actual, 62 points this year. It's a 4-year-old male owned by Katrina Henderson and Steve Hatch out of Tully, New York.
There you go. Yep. Champion, confirmation grand champion Rimfire's Me and the Moon is the sire, and the dam is confirmation champion. Champion Rimfire's More Than Moxie, bred by Danielle Mador. 21 category wins last year. So looks with that many wins, kind of had to take the long road there to get there, but got it done. 5th place overall in the standings. Congratulations.
Takes us to 6th in the Redbone breed, and that's going to be Grand Champion 3, Little Freedy's. Is that Freedy? I don't know. Little Freedy's Red Tulip, 58 points. It's a 3-year-old female owned by Megan and Sarah Frederick out of Memphis, Missouri.
Out of Pruitt Salt River Rebel, and the mother is Grand Champion Pruitt Salt River Raina, bred by Victoria Pruitt, 12 category wins.
Moving on to 7th place in the Redbone breed, we have Emerald Grand Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion 2, Mona Lisa's Mystic Smile, 52 points. This is a 4-year-old female owned by Melissa McNutt and Janet Emery out of Marion, Indiana.
I'm going to have to correct you. That's Melissa McNutt.
Melissa, sorry.
I will. I used to say the same thing, and I got corrected one time. It's Melissa.
Okay.
Dog is sired by champion confirmation champion Rimfire Supernatural, and the mother is confirmation champion grand champion Stealing Mona Lisa. Remember that dog was one of Janet's dogs, bred by Janet Emery. 9 category wins for Mystic Smile. Congratulations to Melissa McNutt and Janet Emery.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on to 8th place, we have Grand Water Champion, Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Outlaw Jebediah, 44 points this year. Jebediah is a 6-year-old male owned by Kelly and Corey Norton over in Herdland, Missouri.
Yeah, sired by a dog that doesn't have any titles. P&N Salt River Wild Bill, and the mother, same thing, Salt River Lucky J, bred by Kelly Norton, had 17 category wins last year. Jebediah.
And we got 3 here tied for 9th place with 42 points apiece. The first one we're going to mention is Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion 4, B's Smokin' Red Bullet. 42 points. This is a 6-year-old male owned by Lindsay Morrow of Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah, she's kind of new on the scene, but been around for the last 3-4 years and is having some success with her dog. So congratulations to Lindsay. Out of Grandfield Champion, Grand Champion 2, Confirmation Grand Champion, Grand Rivers, Oklahoma Red Chief, and the mother is Shelton's Red Bell Pepper, bred again by Miss Marissa Turner. 8 category wins for Red Bullet.
Also tied for 9th with 42 points is Champion Stone Nickel Big Sky. It's a 1-year-old female. And last year's judges, Mary and Ronnie Bergbauer, they'll be on the other side of the benches this year. They're out of Bryan, Indiana.
Yep, and the sire here is Confirmation Champion Stone Nickel Love the Way You Lie, and Champion PR Stone Nickel Do Not Pass Me By, bred by Mary Bergbauer. 7 category wins last year for Nickel Big Sky, Stone Nickel Big Sky.
And rounding out the Redbone top 10, also tied for 9th place is with 42 points, is Champion Tree Rising Run the World. This is a 1-year-old female owned by Katina Childers, Abriana Wire, Chris Condon, and Rob Childers of West Alexandria, Ohio.
Yep, this dog is sired by Tree Rising Kick the Dust Up. That's a champion dog, and the mother is a grand champion Tree Rising Beautiful Liar. Katina Childers, again, is the breeder. 10 category wins to sneak in that top 10. One of the last spots here. So, yeah, a great group of red bones right here. Be a good class.
Now, let's move on now to our last breed we're going to discuss today. And that's our Tree and Walkers. 10 dogs here, 4 males and 6 females is the breakdown. And this is just incredible here. The point totals from 1st to 10th, 237 points is the high dog for the year. 164 points was the cutoff to get in the top 10.
Competitive class here in the Tree and Walker breed, obviously, but yeah, 164 points. That seems almost discouraging, but yeah, there's just a lot of nice walkers out there, and this is going to be a nice class, and a tough class.
Yeah, tough to make it. You should be proud of yourself just to be in it. Just to kind of put that into context, 164 points for the cutoff. That would lead any of the other 6 breeds outside of the Red Bones, who have 2 dogs in the 200s. Really, really competitive. And let's get into them here. First place, not only in the Tree and Walkers, but the high-scoring dog of the year is Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion 3, Skyline and Leave View, Dare the Devil. 237 points. This is a 3-year-old female owned by Bridget Clary and Beth Jenkins of Broadnax, Virginia. That's where Bridget's out of.
Yeah, I remember, what was it, last year, the year before, when this dog won the Winter Classic, I think.
Just as a 1-year-old.
Just as a 1-year-old, yeah. And look what she's went on to do. And this dog that's a nice dog and well deserved of that number 1 spot. 237 points. Congratulations. Off of National Grand Champion 2, G Champion, Stack 'em Up the Business Breed. And the dam is Night Champion, Confirmation Grand Champion, Skyline Something Royal, bred by Beth Jenkins. 24 category wins, was the champion female winner at the Grand American and also the reserve last year. So just another phenomenal year for Daredevil. Takes up that number 1 spot. Congratulations to Bridget and Beth.
A lot of those category wins will be at state and breed championships as well. Very competitive. Second place is going to be Grand Champion 2, West Fork River, Cindy Lou. 188 points for this dog. This is a 7-year-old female owned by Melinda Hicks and Justin Nicholas out of Camden, West Virginia.
Yep, sired by Grand Champion, Second Wins Locked and Loaded. Second Wins Destiny's Child is the mother, bred by Miss Janice Hunter of Florida. And 3 category wins, was the opposite sex in the Grand Champion class last year at Autumn Oaks. So congratulations to Melinda. Number 2 spot in this breed is, that's good.
188 points on 3 category wins is mind-blowing.
Yeah, I know. That's defeated a lot of dogs there.
Yep. Third place is going to be Grand Champion Hall of Fame, Dry Creek Mr. Right Now. 182 points for this hound this year. This is a 3-year-old male owned by Raven and Jennifer Hunt over in Scotland Neck, North Carolina.
And a younger handler, right?
Raven is, right? Raven is either a youth handler or just got out of the youth handler. I'm not 100% sure, but.
Yep, I remember seeing her at the World Show last year. So out of Champion Second Win Supremo, and the mother is Champion Second Win Strollin' the City, bred by Miss Janice Hunter again of Florida. 56 category wins.
56.
Took the long road, went to a lot of youth shows too.
I think she went to, and also I had mentioned to you a little bit ago, or I think in some episode we talked about a dog racking up wins at qualifying events of the year. This is the dog here. It went to a lot of qualifying events, and usually there's a few more dogs there, so maybe that's how she racks up 182 points.
Yeah. Mr. Right Now. Who named that dog?
I don't know, but I'm sure they did it right then.
Yeah, right then, right now. Congratulations, Raven. Nice job.
Fourth place in the Walker breed is going to be Confirmation Champion at Skyline Hillsong Genuine Risk. 175 points. This is a 3-year-old female owned by Beth Jenkins again, Michelle Zimmerman, and there's Bridget Clary again, and Beth again, Culpeper, Virginia.
Yep. Again, off of Stack 'em Up the Business Breed. This is the second one for this dog. And the Night Champion, same cross here again. Skyline Something Royal. Night Champion, Confirmation, Grand Champion. Bred by Beth Jenkins. 6 category wins. Was the best female to show at the Grand American. Was the champion female at Autumn Oaks. And tied up that 4th spot. 175 points. Genuine Risk. Congratulations.
Impressive resume, as does our 5th place dog here. Grand Champion 2, Confirmation Champion, Drake's Windstorm, 174 points. This is a 3-year-old female owned by Beth Jenkins and Bridget Clary, Virginia.
Yep. But sire is Grand Champion, West Fork River Terror of the Town, and the mother is National Grand Champion, Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion, Red Eagles, second win, bred by Natalie Atkins. 8 category wins. Grand Champion female at the Grand American last year. Grand Champion female at the Winter Classic. And nice dog right here. There's just so many nice walkers and walker females especially, and this is one of them.
I would not want to judge this class.
Yeah.
I'll be glad to sit on the sideline.
Yeah. Steve Fielder's got his hands.
6th place is going to be Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion 4, Southern All-American Ruger, 172 points. This is a 5-year-old male owned by Tiffany and Mark Atkins over in Branchland, West Virginia.
Yep, the sire here is Second Wins Impressive Playboy, and the mother is Grand Champion Second Wins Syndicated, bred again by Janice Hunter, and 15 category wins here. Southern All-American Ruger. Congratulations to Tiffany and Mark.
7th place in the Walker breed is going to be Grand Champion 3, Confirmation Grand Champion Skyline Stop and Stare, 168 points. This is a 6-year-old male owned by Beth Jenkins and Megan O'Connor.
Out of Grand Champion 24 Karat Gold Rush and World Show Champion Grand Champion PR All-American Dream Girl is the mother, bred by Megan Perez of Missouri. 19 category wins for Stop and Stare, 7th place. 168 points, 7th place. It's just crazy.
We got a couple here tied for 8th place. First one's going to be Grand Champion 2, Mason Dixon's She's a Little Sassy, 166 points. 4-year-old female owned by Joe and Lauren Moore over in Waynesburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, there you go. Off of World Show Champion Laurel Valley Backwoods Boondocker. And the mother is Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion Canyon Creek Little Meggie, bred by the late Steve Randolph of Kentucky. 14 category wins, was the champion female winner at the Grand American last year. Dixon, She's a Little Sassy. Actually, that's Mason Dixon. She's a Little Sassy.
I think got Grand Champion female one day at Grand American this year, so starting her run already again.
Yeah, there you go, Joe.
Tied for 8th also is going to be Grand Champion 4, Confirmation Grand Champion Skylines Stay in Your Lane, 166 points. Again, 3-year-old male owned by Megan O'Connor and Beth Jenkins. I feel like I'm redundant saying they're where they're from at this point. I'm going to give their actual address or something. I don't know what to do here.
Well,
kind of switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm being redundant for 3 or 4 years. I've tried to teach you how to pronounce sky. It's not sky. It's the Tennessee pronunciation, but here in Michigan we say sky.
That's too long.
Hey, the sire here is going to be Grand Champion West Fork River Rock This Town, and the mother is Grand Champion 3, Confirmation Champion Heartthrobs Terrorizing Addiction, bred by Sandra Pratt of Ohio, was the top 10 breed winner last year. Skyline Stay in Your Lane, 166 points, 19 category wins this last year.
And rounding out our list of Treeing Walkers and our list of all of our top 10 qualified dogs this year is Emerald Grand Confirmation Champion, Grand Champion Hall of Fame, 2nd wins, Sexy and Silk, 164 points. This is a 5-year-old female that Beth Jenkins and, again, Raven Hunt teamed up with. They're over on the East Coast, Virginia and North Carolina.
Yeah, I think it was the same cross. Another one we looked at a little bit ago. 2nd wins Impressive Playboy is the sire, and 2nd wins Destiny's Child is the mother here. Janice Hunter, again, 54 category wins for this dog, but Janice Hunter is bred to 4 or 5 of them that's going to be in this class
Impressive.
this year. And yeah, like you said at the onset here, this is just what a class here. Going to be a tough class.
Impressive.
I think they're all going to be tough classes, good classes, and just every breed.
Yeah. I just want to give a shout out to the handlers, the owners of the dogs, the breeders. Great. It's a great achievement to be on this top 10 list. It's a great achievement to be able to compete at the top 10 show for that purse in front of your peers.
Yeah, and hopefully this top 10 show will just get better and better. It's a fun one to put on. It seems like it's a good place to do it on Friday evening under the lights, so to speak. Make it a feature, and it's going to be fun. Got a great group of dogs in the top 10 again this year, and looking forward to it. Congratulations to everybody, and good luck.
You know the best part about the show?
What?
We don't have to judge it. We pay. We suckered 3 people in to do it for us. So good luck, everybody. We'll see you at Winter Classic. Thank you for listening to the UKC Hunting Ops Podcast. Be sure to give us a follow so you don't miss any of our new episodes or content.